Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this Aries full moon, October 2021, psychic crystal reading for each of the 4 elements. I'm going to look into my crystal and give you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for each of those 4 elements, which are Earth is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the air signs are, the air element is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. You might want to watch your rising sign and your moon sign also to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you from the energies of this Aries full moon. Remember, some months your rising sign and your moon sign are going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And if you're born on the cusp, sometimes your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. So before I get started on the psychic part of your reading, I'm going to give you some astrology info about what I discovered about this Aries full moon. The energies of this full moon may make you feel at odds with things going on in your life, which lead you desiring and seeking fairness and balance. You may reach an ending and a culmination to issues or situations that were occurring on or around April 11th, 2021. Some of you may find an internal clash about your career, which may cause you to make substantial changes and decisions to be more effective in that area of your life. There may be conflicts in relationships of me versus we, where you have to work at finding balance in your relationships. Your identity, image, rank, and position and standing in life may go through some type of transformation over the course of the next 2 weeks, up to 30 days. So now I'm going to look into the crystal and give you the psychic messages from my guides about this Aries full moon. First, I'm looking at the element of Earth. This is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Some of you Earth signs may really feel inspired and want to change things dramatically from the energies of this Aries full moon. Some of you may even be looking for ways to hide things or keep things secret. It may be that maybe you're afraid somebody's going to steal something, or there's information that you feel is too sensitive, you don't want certain people to find out about, or so it could be objects, information, I don't know what, it could be different for all of you. So you may be wanting to hide things. Some of you Earth signs are going to be trying to push forward certain agendas over the next 2 weeks to 30 days that you really want to see happen. So this could be in your career, this could be in jobs, this could be in relationships. Some of you may feel like you're kind of spiraling out of control in some way, or like a situation or your feelings could be, and you may be feeling like you want to bring it all back together so you're not having that spiraling out of control feeling. Some of you could get something given to you. That could be something of value, like an antique or something that just has good intrinsic value. It could also be information and news, knowledge, news, and information over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. If you're in a position where you have to hire somebody, they're really going to work out for you. So whether this is like a personal assistant or somebody to hire for like plumbing issues or landscaping or fixing your roof or to help you with your career, your business, your work, they will work out for you. Some of you are really going to shift and change your course of action. And that is, it's going to be positive. So like if you normally handled your work or your business or your life or your living situation or your relationships in a certain way, pattern, form, like especially if it has to do with routines or methods or techniques, you're going to change them. Maybe you learned something new, or, got some new information that's going to help you, because I see you doing one path of action and now you're going to shift and change it, and it's going to work out better for you. Some of you may be like a little concerned whether you can believe everything you hear. This is a caution. So I get like all this mental gymnastics for the earth signs about, like processing information you're hearing and trying to determine and discern whether you can believe it or not, or what to believe and not to believe. You also have to be careful. Some of you earth signs may be really seeking to find better circumstances or situations than you have right now. You may feel like the grass is greener, but that may be like a utopian idea or an illusion. Because it may not, you may be best to keep doing right now. Doesn't mean in 30 days you couldn't change your mind, but over the next 2 weeks to 30 days, I would keep doing what you're doing now. Some of you earth signs need to be careful you're not getting too paranoid. Or because I get watchful, like watchful and worried comes up. So this is a caution for you. You don't want to expend too much energy being like paranoid, watchful, and worried about everything. So I hope these messages made sense to you, and I hope they were of help. I want to say here, if you would like to get a more detailed reading for your specific sign, you can get my psychic crystal readings for October for each sign of the zodiac for October 2021. Down below in the description box, that link is there. Or you can go to my website, theluckymermaid.com, go to the videos page, and it should be near the top of that video page. You can click on the link and it'll take you to Vimeo. So now on to the element of water. This is going to be Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Some of you water signs may feel really activated, like you want a break from reality. You may be doing a lot of calculating of things, calculating like risks, loss, like if you're going to take some chance, or I get like calculating, what do I stand to lose here? What do I stand to gain? And doing maybe financial calculations. Some of you water signs over the next 2 weeks to 30 days may feel like you want to break free of some kind of, my guides are using the words, ridiculous relationship. So I don't know what they mean by that. Maybe the guides think, hey, that relationship is ridiculous. Maybe you don't think it is, but there's some troubling or something that is not good for you that you may feel like, okay, I need to end this relationship. Now, that could be romantic, but it could be a friendship relationship, a family relationship, a business relationship, but it would have to seem like off kilter or ridiculous to you in some way. Some of you may really feel like spending a lot of money, or you may feel like the sky's the limit. What the hell? What do I care? What do I care what's going to happen? I'm just throwing caution to the wind. So you may like really do some major spending over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. Some of you water signs are going to be blessed with somebody is either going to want to hire you or you are going to get a raise, one or the other. So that's a good, now it won't happen for all of you, but some of you are going to get that. Some of you water signs are going to get that blessing. Some of you water signs are going to start to get noticed. Getting more recognition comes up here. So maybe you have a YouTube channel, or maybe you have a business out there in the world, or maybe you're in a business or company that you feel like you weren't really getting the attention or notice that you deserve. You will be getting noticed in a positive way and getting positive recognition and getting noticed. Some of you water signs are going to be talking to somebody you haven't talked to for a long time, and you may get back together. Now, this could be love relationship. It could be a friendship that, you stopped communicating with them, and now you're getting back together as friends. It could also be a business relationship. Be careful, water signs, you don't eat too much or do anything of excess too much drinking or smoking, drugs, but especially eating. Be careful you don't eat too much over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. Some of you water signs need to be careful that either that you're not getting manipulated by somebody during that 30-day period, or that you are manipulating somebody. So be careful of manipulation, whether you're doing it or you're on the receiving end. Some of you water signs need to be careful about procrastination, because my spirit guides are saying procrastination could be your downfall over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. So those are the cautions there for the water signs. Now, I just want to say here that if you would like to get a more specific and more detailed psychic crystal reading for this entire month of October 2021, for your specific zodiac sign, you can click on the link down below in the description box, and it will take you to my psychic crystal readings for October 2021. On Vimeo. They're also available on my website. The links for Vimeo are on my website videos page at theluckymermaid.com. So now on to the element of fire. This is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Some of you fire signs are going to really feel like you want to break free of any chains or restrictions that bind you. You may feel really worked up about it. Some of you are going to make some dramatic actions, you fire signs, where you may move or get rid of a lot of things all of a sudden, dump relationships, quit jobs. I feel like some of the fire signs are going to really have dramatic decision making and actions that you're going to take over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. Some of you fire signs are going to put something up for sale, and then you are going to divide the profits, or the profit. You're going to divide the profit. Could be with you and one other person, or you and other people. So if you're thinking of selling a property or a home, I know Mercury's retrograde. Well, no, it's out of the retrograde. By the time you hear this video, it's out of retrograde. However, you're still in the shadow period. I still feel like you could do well with a sale of something major. Some of you fire signs are really going through some big metamorphosis or change. And I feel like for some of you, this is on an internal and spiritual level. But it could be jobs, love relationships, family, but it's like a metamorphosis or a change. I really feel like it's you, your person, going through that. This is going to be a good 2 weeks to 30 days for you fire signs to catch the eye of somebody. If you've been trying to get somebody to notice you, to hire you, or to date you, or, to get somebody's attention, this will do it. Some of you, congratulations are in order because it's like some kind of birth of something's coming up here for some of you fire signs. So it could be birth of a child, birth of a business you're starting, birth of some other type of new endeavor. Some of you fire signs are going to really complete some like course of study or big program that you went through, or something that was like had a starting point and has an ending point. It could be a diet, it could be health regime, it could be medical treatment of some sort, but it's like, this is a blessing for you. It's coming to a close. It's a blessing. Some of you fire signs, you're not drinking enough water. I'm getting you need more hydration, need more water. Some of you fire signs need to be cautious that you're not seeking the advice of someone that is going to give you, you may seek advice from someone that isn't the right person. It doesn't mean you shouldn't seek advice, but you're asking the wrong person over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. Some of you need to be careful that you don't stumble into some situation that's like a bad scene and you need to get out of there. So like, not to be dramatic, but if you walk into a store and, or if you think like something wrong's going on in there, don't go in there. Or if you get invited to a party and you feel like there could be, like if you question it, like what's going on at this party, or maybe you don't know the people too well, you could walk in on something that's like a bad situation or an argument. Because what I'm seeing is some negative thing happening and you walk in on it. So you have to be careful. If you have any apprehension, you're going to really have to pay attention to your psychic ability and your intuition, fire signs. You're going to have to. Because if you're going somewhere and you have some shred of apprehension about it and you don't really know why, look in the windows before you go in. Don't just go boldly walking into some place and you got some bad vibe about it, or if you feel like you don't know the people well enough, or because you could walk into something that's a dramatic situation. Not to scare you, but it is a caution here. I have to warn you. So if you would like to get a more detailed psychic crystal reading for your sign specifically, not by the elements, but by your zodiac sign, you can click on the link down below in the description box for my psychic crystal readings for the month of October 2021. Those links are also available on my website, theluckymermaid.com, on the videos page. So now on to the element of air. This is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Some of you air signs may feel like you need to catch your breath because the next 2 weeks to 30 days could feel like a whirlwind of activity for you. Some of you may really feel like this full moon is making you want to plant down roots and stay very fixed and grounded where you are and stay firmly, which may cause you to be at odds because I do get a whirlwind of activity around the air signs. Some of you could have some kind of like complications or issues that come up at your job or business that you may feel like, now I have to address that. Like, it's not like you can't solve it. I feel like you can, but it may be a little agitating to you. Some of you air signs may feel like you want to show off or demonstrate your abilities, show people what you're made of, show people what you can do. So you may feel very confident and want to proving yourself and wanting to do it over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. Some of you could get something about your style of what you're doing or the way you look or something. Somebody, I get like somebody wants to, which is interesting following the previous message. Somebody may pull you aside and say, come on, I want to highlight you. They may want to write an article about you. They may want to interview you. They may want to make you an example for other people in the business that you own. So, but it has to do with like the style of what you do, the style of how you look, or it could be your talents, your knowledge, your skills, how you look, whatever. But it has to do with style. Doesn't necessarily have to mean your clothing style, although for some of you it could be like how you wear your hair, how your clothes are, and all of that. But I feel like it's more like your style of how you present yourself and what you do. Some of you your drive and your will is really going to be amped up, and you may really, air signs, want to tackle projects and things that have been getting on your nerves or that you haven't found the solutions to yet, or things that need to be fixed, repairs that need to be made, and this could be to your website, to your home, to your car, or things that just are bugging you and they haven't gotten taken care of yet. You're going to feel very much like, I'm going to get this done, like real driven. Some of you air signs are going to be really focusing on taking care of your health, and in any area where you felt concerned about your health, or if your health was slipping, you're going to be addressing it and taking care of it and benefiting from it over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. The caution here for the air signs is maybe you want to see the good in people too much. Not that that's a bad thing, but it can sometimes burn you if you do that. So take a more measured approach and be more skeptical of people instead of giving everybody, the benefit of the doubt. Some of you air signs definitely need more rest. You may need to take naps, or you may need to try to get more sleep when you go to bed. Go to bed earlier over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. Some of you, if you have, it's a caution, but it's also kind of like, I don't know, it's coming up as a caution. I look at cautions last for each element. Some of you may have some kind of pain that bothers you. You may need to put a heating pad on it at some point over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. So it could be from some sporting activity or some old injury or issue that you have that you may require heat to help it out over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. So I hope this reading was of help to all the signs of the zodiac out there, and I hope it made sense. And if you like this video, please click like and share it with those who you feel can benefit from my psychic readings. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel, and please check to see if you're still subscribed, as I sometimes hear from viewers that YouTube has unsubscribed them. And hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos to YouTube. If you would like to get any of the special video series that I record for my Vimeo on-demand pages, where I look at very specific topics using a variety of divination tools to give you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for each sign of the zodiac, the most recent video series I record, I put those links down below in the description box in the Show More section. And these links can also be found on my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Go to the videos page. You can read all the video series I've recorded and how long the predictions go out for, what divination tools I've used, and then you can click on whatever zodiac sign you want under that heading, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. So some of the most recent video series I've recorded, first and foremost, is my psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac for the month of October 2021. They're kind of like a continuation of the psychic tarot readings I do at the beginning of the month. After I record your sign, I then go on and record your sign for the crystal. After I do the tarot, I turn off the recorder, I turn it back on, and read your crystal for your sign. The other most recent video series I've recorded is for the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, November 2021, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings. Those predictions go out for 6 months. So basically, I'm going to pull a card that's going to tell you what's ending for you, what's beginning for you, what's the blessing for you, and what's the karmic lesson for you coming from the energy of this full moon partial lunar eclipse in Taurus in November. Then I look into the crystal and give you messages and predictions there, and I pulled a card for each sign from the Wisdom of Avalon oracle cards, plus a crystal. That would be the best crystal for your sign to work with, use, and wear over the next 6 months. The other recent video series I recorded is Uranus retrograde in Taurus. It goes from August of 2021 until January of 2022. Psychic tarot, crystal, and psychic tarot. Sorry about that. It's Uranus retrograde in Taurus psychic tarot readings. They go from August of 2021 till January of 2022. The first card is what's your challenge during this Uranus retrograde period. The second is what is changing. The third card is your blessing. And the fourth card is the outcome. Also, my 7-card Horseshoe Psychic Tarot Spread Psychic Tarot reading, where I pulled 7 cards. The first card is what's your past influence. Your second card is the present influences. The third card is hidden influences. The fourth card is what are the obstacles. The fifth card is what are the outside influences. The sixth card is the suggestion, and the seventh card is the outcome. These are for each sign of the zodiac. My Saturn in Aquarius psychic tarot and crystal readings, they go out for 3 years in time. So if you haven't gotten it yet, those predictions go all the way to March of 2023. My mid-year love update for 2021, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings, those last for 6 months. Well, the year's not over yet, so those love readings are still in play. And the first half of the reading, I look at the single people of your sign, and the second half of each reading, I look at the coupled people of your sign. And my angels, ancestors, and ascended masters psychic oracle card readings for these changing times. I used 4 different angel-based oracle card readings. Many people are finding that those messages are really resonating with them on an interesting level. So if you haven't checked those out yet, you might want to, because they're not exactly the same kind of messages you're going to get when I use the tarot. It is angels speaking. So I hope all of you have fantastic and uplifting and positive energy that comes to you from this Aries full moon in October of 2021. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.